Welcome to another Craig Loves Cooking. Today we're going to be making Craig's Cowboy Breakfast Bake. I love getting up and having a nice hot breakfast with potatoes and eggs and sausage. I just don't want to have to get up and make all those things separately. This takes care of that. It's all in one dish. You can even make it the night before, put it in the fridge, and just put it in the oven in the morning and you have a nice hot breakfast. It could not be simpler. Let's go ahead and let's get cooking. The first thing we need to do is go ahead and brown the sausage. I just got one roll of the breakfast sausage. Jimmy Dean. Make sure you stir it often and make sure that you're getting all those pieces broken up. You're going to want to really have it nice and crumbled for when it goes into the casserole. Once that's thoroughly cooked, go ahead, drain the grease off, and then put that aside. That'll be part of our first mixture for our breakfast bake. Now that we've browned the sausage, there's really just two basic steps to this. We're going to combine the meat and the cheese and the potatoes, put that in. Then we're going to come up with all the liquids and we're just going to pour that over the top. Before we get started, we want to make sure we take our pan and spray our baking dish with it so that that is already prepared. Now in a large mixing bowl, we're going to combine our hash browns, our onions, our cheese, and our prepared sausage. Add the whole bag of hash browns. One heaping tablespoon of dehydrated onions. One cup of the shredded cheese. And the prepared sausage. And then stir those around good. Then go ahead and put that in your prepared pan. Take the rest of the cheese, go ahead and set that aside. You're going to need that later when we go to finish off the breakfast bake. Now that this is all prepared, we're going to set this off to the side and we're going to start preparing the second part of the breakfast bake. Now we're going to go ahead and combine our liquid ingredients. So now you can either add your 8 eggs or you can add 2 cups of egg beaters or a blended egg product. I prefer the egg beaters because then you don't have to crack open 8 eggs and mix them all up. Then add your 2 cups milk. 1 teaspoon salt. I usually just whisk that together for a minute. Then just pour that over the dry mixture. Before I go ahead and move this to the oven, I usually take a spoon and just make sure that everything is sort of evenly distributed and that as much as the potatoes are covered as possible. If anything's sticking out too far, it's going to kind of brown too much on top. You can go ahead and lay a piece of aluminum over this, but I don't mind if it gets a little bit brown on the top. I actually kind of like it that way. Then go ahead and bake this uncovered for 45 to 50 minutes in the oven. Okay, this has been cooking for about 48 minutes. I wish you could be here in the kitchen with me. First, it's fun to have a friend over for breakfast. Secondly, it smells fantastic. It's potatoes and onion. It just smells so good with that sausage and the egg. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add just a little bit more cheese, because why not? And then we're gonna let it cook for just a few more minutes. Now, we already measured out a cup of this for what went into it. So now we can just take what's left of the bag and spread this right on top. This is a great way to finish this casserole off. And then just spread that evenly across. Now, if you wanted to, you could add a little pepper right now, which I might do. And you could add a little garlic salt. You could add any of those things to the top like this, and it's going to really just amp that flavor up a little bit more. But I try to make sure that's spread as evenly as I can. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of fresh cracked pepper on top of this. Again, that just kind of amps that flavor up a little bit. Just a little on top. And then we're gonna put this back in the oven for 5 more minutes and let it finish just browning and melting that cheese on top. There is just something about the smell of this. It just brings back so many good memories and just really makes me hungry. Let's go ahead and put some in a bowl. You're gonna see when you break into this, it is just fantastic. So this is what we're talking about. It's just the kind of breakfast, just warms your heart. Okay, I've been waiting for the last hour to try this because let me tell you, the smell coming out of the oven has been killing me. So before we do, go ahead and make sure you like this recipe, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe because you're not gonna wanna miss any of the recipes that are coming. And remember that Craig loves cooking because Craig loves eating. Let's go ahead and try this. All the flavors of breakfast. Big thumbs up on this one. We'll see you next time, guys.